Alright, we are back in the Dragon Age DOS. I'm just getting set up here. There we go. Dragon Age 2. The search for more money. That's Act 1. And we met up with Anders yesterday. Got Aveline, got through the prologue, got Varric. Now we're gonna go look for our family fortune.
Let's go in and see why Gamlen lied.
I agree. So we're gonna go in here. Going in the back entrance of our old family estate. Because why not? And here we go with the stabby stabby. Excuse me, I just got done eating. Oh. Now I gotta get used to hitting start. We're done with the select button being inventory. We'll take the 4 health. Give me health. It did. There we go. Stamina.
I don't like the looks of this.
Just chopping away at stuff here. There's Sister Kirkwall. Coral fragments, that's junk to sell. Nigrai fragments, junk to sell, and another silver. Neat.
The Bell Crest. Mother described it, but this is the first I've seen it. Wouldn't it feel like something to live in a house with this above the door?
Alright, well, we're gonna get there. We'll get there. Well, I'll get there. You'll never get there. I do.
That should do it.
don't see any other person to put this on. We got Varric and Aveline's wardrobe leveled up, which is good.
That's the vault.
Done.
Everything we want to know about our family is inside.
Including 9 sovereigns. We'll get Bethany, her level up thing. Oh yeah.
This is it. Grandfather's will.
Is it?
Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
Well, let's go.
We'll take it to her right now.
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
He forgave
Dun
you,
dun
Mother.
dun.
Grandfather left you everything. Here, read it.
I should maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her. The estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Check out the
Keep
part
reading.
where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra. Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make her willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
I can't believe Gamlen stole Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I would never turn against you.
Don't make any hasty promises.
Joke all you want, but you make Gamlen look like the toad he is. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
They might have been all right with the Ferelden thing, but just imagine if they'd known you were an apostate.
You're such a wretch. I was just hoping it would be different this time. Here in Kirkwall. We're not running away again. We're coming home.
Are you unhappy here?
I wish I could do more for Mother. Carver's death. It's killing her slowly every day. But maybe if we can reclaim some of what she lost, it will help. I'd do anything to get us back a normal life.
Why did Mother and Father work so hard to keep you from the Circle? Would it have been so bad?
I guess at first, I was just a little girl. They didn't want to lose me. And once I had learned anything, what would the Templars do to an active apostate, not just a Mageblood child? It changed their lives, your life, Carver's, all because of who I am. Sometimes I wonder if it would have been so bad to be with my own kind, to serve the Chantry as Andraste demands.
What do you think Carver would have made of all this?
He would have hated this place, all the sneering nobles. He'd have gotten himself arrested the first day. And he would have wanted in on your Deep Roads expedition. Anything to make a name for himself. Sometimes I still can't believe he's gone.
Can you imagine if we'd grown up here, been nobility?
Had grandparents who bought me your Legion silk dresses and gave you the family broadsword. Father was a good man, but Mother gave up so much for him. Of course, if she hadn't worked up the nerve to elope, she probably wouldn't have been able to resist the Templars either. If we'd been born here, you'd been nothing more to me than a name the Circle kept in my file.
Let's see if Mother gets us that mansion. I don't want to call anywhere Uncle Gammon is home.
Has he moved that bowl of porridge since we've been here? It's been a year. I can't even remember what it was like to have a place of our own. I might even take the Circle if they'll give me a clean bed and my own sheets.
Alright, well, she still wants to talk, so we'll keep talking.
I think this is a picture of Mother. She looks like you.
Where did you get that? Was it at the estate? Let me see. Is it? I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait and when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look! You can see the ring.
I suppose it would have been a bit awkward to take it with her.
I know she loved Father. I guess I just wondered if she'd have been happier if he hadn't been a mage. If I wasn't a mage.
I can't believe I forgot that Anders was a warden. Oh my goodness.
When she still knew how to smile. I hope Mother convinces the Viscount to...
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father, she threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
The estate is yours. Why are we still here?
Technically, the house is now property of the Viscount, since its owner died without an heir. If we went there now, we would just be squatters. But if the Viscount acknowledges our rights, we can get back more than the house. We can get back our name.
Your mother's dead. Let it go.
When I was a girl, your grandmother was the young, beautiful, noble mother all my friends wished they had. She might have had a hard time accepting it at first, but she would have loved you, all three of you. Carver. He was such a little boy. Never had a knee that wasn't scraped or trousers without holes.
The last thing Carver would want is more crying.
I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. It's killing me. I remember that awful creature reaching down and 18 years of loving and feeding and raising and... that was it.
At least you're past the it's all your fault thing.
I'm sorry, love. I was distraught. I never really believed that. It's just... I miss him. There were 4 of us when the Blight began. It will never be over while there are just 3. I've written to the Viscount. I've an audience for after Bartrand's expedition leaves. I couldn't do anything for Carver, but with luck, I could at least give us a home. I've had word from Lothering. They are rebuilding. I don't know if I could ever return to the site of such horrors.
I hope Mother convinces the Viscount to... Carver never told you, but he was a bit jealous Amabari chose you and not him. Poor Carver. There's a good boy.
So, what? Are you here to gloat? Gamlen's the idiot again. Gamlen's the fool who can't hold his money when it's given in a bloody silver basket. I tried, you know, when Leandra left. But no one was ever going to live up to her.
What was she like? As a girl?
We're only a year apart. But that was time enough for Leandra to get our parents wrapped firmly around her little finger. They showed her off at every opportunity. The beauty, the scholar, the light of their lives. As far as they were concerned, they should have stopped there.
I've seen the nobles in this town. Your parents must have had a fortune. Where did it all go?
Well, it's not like I stood at the side of the wharf and hurled it over. I tried to invest it. I got some good tips on trade in Kunari cheeses. And, you know, a man's got needs. I'm not denying I spent more on myself than I should have, but I figured it'd all work out.
So, the best way to make Daddy love you was to steal his money?
I changed their filthy sheets and wiped their chins through 2 bouts of the cholera, and the last word Father said was... Leandra. I'm not looking for love, but at least I got the money.
And here I was, just about to like you.
Your mother's busy writing to the Viscount.
The Bone Pit. Hawk, I've got a lead for you. A merchant I acquire goods for told me workers have gone missing from his Bone Pit mining operation. He mentioned that the missing miners were Ferelden, which made me think of you. If you have interest, go hit up Hubert in the Hightown markets, Athenril.
You want more touching family stories, don't
So we can go to Hightown, talk to Hubert, then we can go hand in that chantry note. That'll be fine, just fine. Fine, just fine.
I'm sorry.
Hubert, I need to talk to you.
About the circle, Bethany. It's difficult without naming you.
Thank you for being discreet. I don't want the Templars at my door.
No one does.
Let them corral the troublemakers. I just want information.
Right.
It sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, doesn't it?
I wouldn't have said, but yes.
Here you're having problems with the Bone Pit. I can help.
Finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees. I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
Your first mistake was naming your mine the Bone Pit.
The locals named the mine. Those fools say it's cursed. That is why I hire Fereldens. They may be dull-witted, but they're not superstitious.
Mind what you say about my countrymen.
I was not referring to you, of course. My workers are a particularly desperate sort. They're lucky to work for me. Few in Kirkwall will hire refugees.
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
The Bone Pit must be dangerous if people are afraid to venture there.
No, nothing like that. Pay no heed to local superstition. The Bone Pit is mostly harmless.
Mostly.
You said some of your workers are Ferelden.
Yes, all of them. An unruly lot, to be sure.
What's the reward?
I will pay handsomely. The exact amount depends on what perils you face.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year. The Bone Pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
Okay. Let us go pay this sister. Well, first things first. Okay.
No loitering.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't. Get stabbed again? By Armitage.
Up we go. Ooh, another quest.
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you. I've heard you have dealings with certain elements in the city. You can get things done on the sly, as they say.
That's a fancy way to put it.
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city.
A request that should have been made of the guard.
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
We're both intelligent people. There's something in the ruins, isn't there?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
Do you know what manner of beasts they are?
I don't know what they look like. I've never seen one myself. The guards say these things have already torn through a full company of men.
It'd be easier to seal up the entrance and let the beasts take care of him.
I believe in justice, Ferelden, not unbridled slaughter. I will not let prisoners be eaten just because I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Yeah, we'll get other people's hands
I'm sure
dirty.
if you send in enough men this time, they do fine.
No. The more guards who know, the easier it is for this to get out. Those men gossip like old fishwives.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, he's not wrong. It is useful. To this place we go, we go.
Look what I found. Your reason for living.
Bless my fool spirit, I never thought I'd see that again. Thank you.
You're welcome. That gives us 50 silver, which is half a sour. That's not bad.
These streets should be safe at night. Care to help out with that?
I saw Carl go inside a few minutes ago. No Templars so far. Are you ready?
Yep, let's do
anyone
this.
suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars. When we find Carl, just let me talk to him.
Okay. We'll totally let you talk to your buddy. Nothing terrible has happened at all. Oh, look, we found Carl.
I knew you would never give up.
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be made an example of.
No!
How else will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to control yourself. This is the apostate.
No!
Take another mage as you took him.
You just went balls to the wall there, dude. Oh, stabby, stabby.
Anders, what did you do? It's like you brought a piece of the Fade into this world. I had already forgotten what that feels like.
What did you do?
Good question.
Not the Fade part. The angry glowing bit.
It's like a gateway to the Fade inside you, glowing like a beacon.
I have some unique circumstances, yes. But Carl, what happened? How did they get you?
The Templars here are far more vigilant than in Ferelden. They found a letter I was writing you. You cannot imagine it, Anders. All the color, all the music in the world, gone. I would gladly give up my magic. But this, I'll never be whole again.
This is what Mother was protecting me from.
Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no.
Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to fix.
I would rather die a mage than live as a Templar puppet.
My sister calls being tranquil a fate worse than death. Give him peace.
I got here too late. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm so sorry.
Now! It's fading! Why do you look at me like that?
Goodbye. We should leave before more Templars come.
And so the Rite of Tranquility is set up to be this horrifying thing. Where in the first game it's like, oh, I mean,
So,
it's the
let me
thing.
guess. This is the
In
part
this
where you
game
tell
they're
me
like,
you're an
no,
abomination.
it's a thing.
You're wrong. You're wrong. But not far wrong. This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in Thedas face every day.
And that's different than a demon.
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues. Spirits of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
What does this have to do with your eyes glowing?
To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
That really didn't look like a happy, benevolent spirit from where I was standing.
Since when is justice happy? Justice is righteous. Justice is hard.
You tried to help a friend. Surely no harm can come of that?
I wish I still had your innocence. There was too much hatred in me. Justice thought he would overcome that. But my anger, when I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
Can justice ever be separated from you?
I don't think so. The only way a spirit has ever been separated from a living host is by its death. The curse is of my own making. All I can do now is hope to control it.
Can you bring him out at will?
No. He comes only when I've lost all power over myself. It's a madness, a frenzy. I only find out after.
Kind of like the Incredible Hulk.
Wow. Your problems make mine seem small.
Here. These are all the documents I have for this area. I can understand if you would rather me not join you personally. I cannot control my need for vengeance. I would ask no one to take on the danger of traveling with me. I will be here in my clinic if you need me.
Cool. Everyone but Varric.
I had a friend like you once. Got in all kinds of trouble. Dragged me along. Didn't think I'd be doing that again. I got a bit weighty the last time we talked. Sorry for putting that on you.
You'd be surprised how people just tell me their darkest secrets. I must look trustworthy.
You look... something. True. Proud. Like even if you don't agree with me, you'll be honest. I hope I didn't seem too selfish when I told you about justice. I didn't know what would happen. I figured a willing host, a friend. It had to be better than playing the demon and haunting some corpse.
Still creepy.
Fine. What would you do? How would you try to stand against the Templars? If you're born with magic, they hear about it. They search your little rat-spit village and find you. They tell your parents they'll be thrown in prison if they ever ask about you, stripped of their rights in the eyes of the Maker. And if you run away, they hunt you down. Again, and again, and again.
You're starting to glow again.
And since yours is the only head here, and I don't want to rip it off, I should stop. Yes. Sorry. Besides, we have so much to do before the Deep Roads. Next time, I'll try to keep to more pleasant topics. We have much to do.
No, I have much to do. You stay here and stop being a little punk. Because that's what you are.
Where else can we go?
Yeah, but we're gonna level me up. See, Rogue Master Seaman, the rogue is scared and stealth at the same time. Yeah, you don't want to fight me. I'm a good person. So we've recruited Anders.
Lady Sunshine, what's your first act as a noblewoman going to be?
A noblewoman with no fortune and no title. Looking for work, probably.
Practicality is for peasants, milady. You need to do something frivolous to celebrate your birthright.
Such as...
Come up to the Hightown Market and complain bitterly that there's no Orlesian silk that matches your eyes.
But what if something does match my eye? What will I do then?
Insist that they're blatantly copying you and demand royalties. A good noble always has a complaint ready, Sunshine.
Yes, excellent. Let's head to Hightown at night. We want to clear stuff. If you wipe things out, people will like you. That's how that works.
I don't make my guards fight gangs in dark corners, but if you'd like to help...
I would like to help. See, these people aren't shady at all. Nothing different. Thing is, Kirkwall is different at night. Like, there's different chests and things, so you kind of have to search everything twice. Which I'll admit is stupid. But here we go. Okay. Crowd control.
We should do something about that.
I am. I picked up like 6 silvers and a thing. Go me. See a different container. Missed out on a whole silver and a half. And some boots that were made for walking. There's Varric getting a level up. Very good. Let's go ahead and level him up. Okay. I got a passive ability. Passive abilities are awesome. In Inquisition, they're even better. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll take the amulet. Yep, better boots. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Market's closed. You heard him. Nothing to see. Move along. They like bad guys to annihilate. You see, I do very fast damage. There's 300 experience points just because. The hardest one to get for me is actually this one. I have so many problems with this one. That was weird. I hit start and it's just like, no you didn't. Okay. It's missing rings. Missing amulets. Belts. So we'll go around looking for duty.
Always calling and getting rid of idiots, especially thugs who target us.
I could have joined the Redwater Raiders earlier. Those were one of my options.
Need to get closer. Let's get this. That should do it.
Nice. Hey, slowly but surely, push that level up. It is a slow process.
Bugger off. Bugger off.
You bugger off. That jerk was rude to me.
Bugger off.
See, he's rude. Longbow, no help to me. Cocky rogue, that's how you play Dragon Age 2. You may not want to, but you always end up doing it. Apparently someone will pay a few copper pieces for a raven feather. I don't get that. It's weird. This is weird. I mean, there's usually bandits around here. There they are. I was like, where are they? So we got a couple in each area going so far. Okay, that's checked off. Let's check out the disused passage. I'm sure there's stuff down here to take care of. See? Take care of that alchemist. Sorry, you said no witnesses. Alright, a ring. I actually need rings, so I am not upset with that. Not at all. In fact, I'll put it on right now. Not on me, but let's see what it does. 13 attack, wow. Let's put that on, actually on Varric. Oh, weird. Aveline had all the rings, so Varric needed it anyway. Now his attack with Bianca will be even higher. And that's a good thing. I mean, there was 10 silver, so... Was it worth coming down here? I'd say so. Oh,
I don't like the looks of this.
Neat.
You all right?
Want the best? Take it from the worst. Then sell to specialists like you. Always willing to give a discount to the people who save my skin.
Well, I appreciate that. Nice
All
to
set.
Excuse me, Varric. Just trying to mosey on over here. Let's go ahead and sell all this stuff. Ooh, that's pretty good. It's worth 5 gold. It is pretty good. This away and down. So we sold a bunch of stuff, made some money. It's actually over here. I believe we completed duty on here as well, in this area, so that takes care of that little issue.
A shortage of idiots who think they can take the streets in the dark, but good reward in getting rid of them.
Agreed. Hardest part of this is getting them to actually show up. There we go. They showed up. Hooray! Pretty good health for an archer. Oh wow, we've already got peer pressure. Okay. Well, let's head on over to the docks. Big time crit there. Six. And an empty spot. Alright. Into the warehouse we go. I've died to this before. And that's why. Leech.
Guard yourself, there's more coming!
Redwater Raiders. Moth-eaten scarf. And if you close your eyes, I decided you're who I'm taking down. Okay. There are more of them. This is awesome. Let them keep coming. We took care of Leech, so Leech is gone. There we go. Peer pressure complete. Well, those doors are locked, so we're not getting in there. That showed me. Let's make sure nothing in here is missing, and then we're done. Alright. So the docks are taken care of. Pretty good. Not complaining at all. Took care of the dock crime. Now nobody's exploiting the docks.
Good job in there. In fact, get rid of any other groups like that, and I'll be at the Hanged Man with some toys as reward. Courtesy of some interested friends.
I never meet anyone normal.
It's true. Nothing is ever normal in Hawk's life. Very interested parties. Do 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 do. We're gonna actually head back to Hightown. Try and clear out those bandits. Because we got the docks cleared. That's awesome. We are happy to have the docks cleared. That's great. But the common rebel shouldn't be allowed in such places as Hightown. Excited, I thought maybe those guys were it. I'm telling you, this is the hardest one for me to get to pop. For some reason, Hightown never wants to... Their criminals never want to show up. And it's very frustrating.
Guardsman Aveline.
Sometimes they pop in here. Nope. So Guardsman Aveline will be Guard Captain Aveline, and you'll all be like, oh. I already did this one, so we shall go up here and meander. I told you, Hightown's tough. A lot of the time they're in here. A lot. Yeah. See? I've played this game more than once. I don't hate it as much as everyone else. I don't think it's a good game, but I don't hate it as much as everyone else seems to. Okay. Oh, 7 silver. Plus an onyx. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Well, there's only one other place that it can be. I mean, that's the frustrating part about this. I know where the last part is. It's right here. It's down there, but it's like where? Where is it? I guess I'll head to Lowtown and then come back here. Which is fine. It's whatever. I'll be right with you, young sir. I've got things to do.
Are you Ansel?
Ah! Sweet mother of Parth. You can't just run up on someone like that. Are you the human that Fenrir told me about? The one looking for work?
I don't know, you expecting someone else?
I was going to attack you.
Oh, no. All right. Hope not. Anyhow, my apologies, human. I haven't been on the surface very long. I keep thinking I'll fall up into that sky any minute.
Bertrand used to be like that. Got jumpy every time he stepped outside.
What a bizarre thing to be scared of.
But I digress. I need some help. Rather badly, in fact. Some product of mine has been misplaced. The men who were supposed to deliver it decided not to. If you retrieve my property, I could reward you handsomely.
What kind of property?
Did I say steal? I don't know if I would go that far. They seemed like perfectly reasonable smugglers. They smiled and everything. The goods are valuable, however, and illegal. And my client wants them very, very badly. You know how these Templars can be.
So it's Lyrium.
You're smuggling Lyrium to the Templars.
Maker's breath. Between the Chantry, the Carta, and the Coterie.
By the Paragons, not so loudly. My word. I'm not cut out for this. I should have taken that job sweeping stables like Mother insisted.
It's better be worth it.
Time and I'll help you.
Oh, I will. Or I'll try to. The gentlemen conduct their business at night in a little hovel within the alienage. If you have to kill them, then I guess it can't be avoided. But I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
Yeah, I knew Aveline wouldn't like that, but it's the way to get Fenris. Look, I have to get Fenris. Calm down. He's my little elf buddy. With rage issues. Massive, massive rage issues.
Oh, right, the rusting metal spy district, my favorite part of town.
Okay, there's 2 silver.
Hey, you got any dust? Dwarf dust? I'm hurting here.
Don't worry, Samson never plays a major part in any other game. We'll never see him again. If I choose to side with the Templars. In Inquisition. It's kind of weird. I wonder who the... I haven't sided with the Templars in a while. Maybe I will next game. We got time to think about it. Cool. I just realized this is... I apologize if there was an echo there. That was totally my fault. I'm used to playing with the TV blaring loud. My fault. Alright, let's go get Fenris. Why not? He's here. He's literally in here.
Watch your step. That should do it.
Take the amulet.
They were clearly expecting someone.
Anso's goods are probably in that chest. It's empty.
Waste of bloody time. Who put us up to this?
I guess we have no choice but to go back to Anso and tell him.
Agreed. What do we have here? Friends?
Who is that?
It doesn't matter. We were told to kill whoever enters the house.
Oh, look, they brought their friends. This one will spend
Nice.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you made a serious mistake coming here. Lieutenant, I want everyone in the clearing, now!
Captain!
Your men are dead, and your trap has failed. I suggest running back to your master while you can.
You're going nowhere, slave.
Yeah, he never does that in the game.
I am not a
Like,
slave.
woof.
I apologize. When I asked Anso to provide a distraction for the hunters, I had no idea they'd be so numerous.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
no trouble.
we do this sort of thing often.
Impressive. My name is Fenris. These men were Imperial bounty hunters, seeking to recover a Magister's lost property, namely myself. They were trying to lure me into the open. Crude as their methods were, I could not face them alone. Thankfully, Anso chose wisely.
Everything Anso said was a lie, then?
Not everything. Your employer was simply not who you believed.
If you couldn't fight them, why not just run?
There comes a time when you must stop running, when you turn and face the tiger.
That seems like a lot of effort to find one slave.
It is.
Does this have something to do with those markings?
Yes. I imagine I must look strange to you. I did not receive these markings by choice. Even so, they have served me well. Without them, I would still be a slave.
Anso's job did seem a little too easy.
Perhaps the deception was unnecessary. If so, I'm sorry. I've become too accustomed to hiding. If I may ask, what was in the chest? The one they kept in the house?
It was empty.
I suppose it was too much to hope for. Even so, I had to know.
You're expecting something else?
I was, but I shouldn't have. It was bait, nothing more.
All that for an empty chest?
No, there's more. It's as I thought. My former master accompanied them to the city. I know you have questions, but I must confront him before he flees. I will need your help.
It sounds like you intend to do more than just talk.
Denarius wants to strip the flesh from my bones, and has sent so many hunters that I've lost count. And before that, he kept me on a leash like a Qunari mage, a personal pet to mock Qunari custom. So, yes, I intend to do more than just talk.
Looks like it's going to be a long night.
I will find a way to repay you. I swear it. The Magister is staying at a mansion in Hightown. Meet me there as soon as you can. We must enter before morning.
And we got Aveline's friendship back to normal. Yay. Huh. Okay, here's the other half. Okay. There we go. Now we're talking. Think of all the money. Do 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 do. Woohoo. Let's go and hovel. Nice. Geoseo Strand. It's only a couple more levels and we'll have 40 cunning and be done. With cunning we can start putting it in dexterity. Which is good. That will up my critical chance hit. As you see, my critical damage is 99%. It's outstanding. You just see, I can just go boom, boom, boom. Critical damage, obscured, decimated chance, critical hits when obscured. Flanking attacks, obscure when stealthed. That's incredible. What do you got? Stamina regeneration. Critical damage plus 1% per cunning. That's awesome. Do you have anything worthwhile? What are you? Duelist? Attack 20% and defense 20%. Defense added. Why would I not want this? Shadow is adept at finding enemies' weak spots. Consequently, hitting critical hits inflicts more damage. Critical damage, 50%. Pretty good. So now as you see, my critical damage is 149%. That's just stupidly high. Which is awesome. I mean, we're rogues, so we should do that. Also, my inventory has changed. I'm level 7 now, so I need to look at that. Physical damage. I mean, it's there. Might as well take it. Raider gloves. It's all about decks. See, I don't have any decks. So I can't wear these boots because I don't have dexterity. It makes me sad. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure she has courage and you don't. Yeah, it's going to improve with level up, so. And I believe that improves with level up. Yeah. Okay. Cool. To Lowtown. Cause you're not the only one. Do 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 do. Cool. I leveled up.
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
And that's a fact, is it?
My. And here I thought the only men in this place were besotted fools who couldn't hoist the mainsail.
When you talk about hoisting the mainsail, what do you really mean?
What else could it mean? It requires strength, knowledge of rigging, and a small measure of sobriety.
I know my way around rigging just fine. And I'm good with my hands.
Oh my. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
Remember we ran into her at the Pearl.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Hader. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
What makes you think I'm right for this?
You saw me talking to Lucky, didn't you? Those boys couldn't manage simple information gathering. I can't trust the riffraff in this place to do anything right. But you're different.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
For the first few seconds, what do they feed those things?
I don't know anyone else that's even seen one. You're lucky just to be standing here. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bartrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bartrand.
What are your plans for this trip into the Deep Roads?
Bartrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
True enough. I suppose you ought to know my credentials. My family came from Orzammar, noble house Tethras, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bartrand's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
A lot of things can keep you awake, you know. I wouldn't reach for the doom first.
Sure, I could have a cup of tea in the morning, but I hear it's bad for you. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the Deep Roads. So, this will be, let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurers.
Neat.
This one, less than 2 years, don't you see? It never happened.
Okay. I'm still curious if they're going to say that Wesley... I sold his shield even though it's sitting in my inventory, in my stash box, because I accidentally sold it. I bet it still does. Oh well. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Hey, look, they showed up. Okay, I don't want to save. Oh, leveled up. Okay, we'll level up first. Damage for all classes increases fortitude. Save early, save often. Save big money at Menards.
There you are. I've been here for hours.
Here I am.
Ada hasn't shown up. No one has. I don't like this.
I don't like this. That's right up there with what could possibly go wrong.
That's the wench we're looking for. Gut her.
Out of range! You get closer!
Do 1 damage, nice. Getting some higher up damage.
Search the bodies. Hiding in the chantry and sending thugs to finish me off. Coward. He'll not get away with this. Come on.
I'm coming, Isabella. In we go to the chantry again at night again for the character development again.
Isabella, should have known you'd find me here.
Tell your men to burn the letters next time.
Castillon was heartbroken when he heard about the shipwreck. You should have let him know you survived.
It must have slipped my mind.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castillon's just going to have to do without.
Lost it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo?
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Those slaves were worth 100 sovereigns a head, and you let them scurry off into the wilds. And now the relic's gone too. Castillon won't be happy to hear that. I promise you.
Will someone explain what's going on?
Isabella's been a very bad girl. Ruined a perfect business deal, and then ran away. She didn't tell you?
I told him enough.
Somehow I doubt it.
I said I arranged for a duel, which I did. I also said you wouldn't play fair, which you didn't. We can talk later if you want. Right now, we have other problems.
Castillon isn't a very happy person, is he? Maybe he needs a new hobby.
There's only one way to settle this.
You missed. You had one job. How did you miss?
first, ask questions later.
Trust me, it's better this way. Castillon won't hear about me from Hader, but he'll find me eventually. I just have to get him the relic. Simple as that.
What's so interesting about the relic?
I don't really know what it is, except that it's ancient and worth my weight in gold. Castillon has me chasing it down as payback for freeing his slaves. To be honest, I think he just wants me dead, but that would be letting me off easy.
You hired Lucky to track down information on the relic?
That's right. He insisted he knew everything that was going on in Kirkwall. He lied. I bet he doesn't even know everything going on in his pants.
Did you end up in Kirkwall because your ship was destroyed?
There was a storm. The ship ran aground on the reefs near the city. I managed to make it to shore. Most of my men weren't as lucky. Poor sods. I knew some of those men almost 10 years. Ah, balls.
Who is Castillon?
He's a powerful merchant based in Antiva. I believe he has ties to the Felicissima Armada. I used to work for him. The jobs mostly involved smuggling lyrium, jewels, or the occasional criminal acquaintance. He paid well.
What's this about you freeing slaves?
I was asked to escort Castillon's cargo ship. I got a bad feeling about the job partway through. Boarded the ship to find slaves. Nearly 200. Elves, humans, children even. It was sickening. They paid Castillon to take them away from the Blight. He took their money and sold them into slavery. Even I know that's wrong. Didn't expect that, did you, Guardsman?
If getting the relic gets Castillon off your back, then I'll help you retrieve it.
Shut up, Aveline. That was pretty much what it was about. She's like, yeah.
Thanks for helping me out with Hader. I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you. And I have a room at the Hanged Man if you're looking for company later.
Hello, new party. We'll level them up in a second, just double checking to make sure nothing is available up here. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So she has one move, but a lot of passive potential. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and save this because we picked up Isabella. And we're going to get Fenris. No reason not to. Well, if we recruited 2 characters, then we also have to do the whatchamajigget. So let's do that as well. So we have 2 quests to do. That's fine. One is right here. So whichever one this is, we'll do first, which I believe is the criminal one.
No
Nope,
one has left
Fenris.
the mansion, but I've heard nothing within. Denarius may know we're here. I wouldn't put it past him.
I could stand to know
Yeah,
a
who
little
is he?
more about this Denarius.
He is a magister of the Tevinter Imperium.
Oh, is that all? Nothing to worry about then.
There, he is a wealthy mage with great influence. Here, he is but a man who sweats like any other when death comes for him.
What's the worst that could happen?
I do not fear death. That does not mean we should be reckless.
So Isabella will not be joining us on this mission, but she'll be joining us on most missions.
Trap.
Ooh, excuse me. Still finishing off my lunch.
To do his fighting for him.
Denarius, can you hear me? Your pets cannot stop us.
Ooh, we need to level up for Sir Fenris. There we go. There we go. You can have that because the other 2 are for Isabella.
I don't like the looks of this. All set. That's a lot of blood.
Since my critical damage is, 149% normal, which is crazy. So you see sometimes we do 10 damage, other times we do 42 damage. It's like 42 right now is my loot max, which is fine. those were taken care of. Because that's how we do. String of pearls. Nice. Now we're doubling our coin output, which is awesome. Bunch of fell residue in the chests in this area. That's weird. Good money though. Let's go ahead and save because I don't know which.
That should do.
The actual room. I think it's that one. Another fell residue. Good job. There we go. And just a little bit more.
Gone. I'd hoped.
Yep.
No.
That's cheap for hoping.
Doesn't matter any longer. I assumed Denarius left valuables behind. Take them if you wish. I need some air.
Nice. So this was very productive so far. We've recruited 2 members of our party. Fenris and Isabella recruited.
It never ends. I escaped a land of dark magic, only to have it hunt me at every turn. It is a plague burned into my flesh and my soul. And now I find myself in the company of even more mages.
You can speak to me directly.
I saw you casting spells inside. I should have realized sooner what you really were. You harbor a viper in your midst. It will turn on you and strike when you least expect. That is in its nature.
My sister is stronger than you think.
You tell him, brother.
I'm not blind. I know magic has its uses, and there are undoubtedly mages with good intentions. But even the best-intentioned mage can fall prey to temptation. And then their power is a curse to inflict upon others.
I should have recruited Meryl and brought in Meryl, Andrews, and Bethany.
I imagine I appear ungrateful. If so, I apologize, for nothing could be further from the truth. I did not find Denarius, but I still owe you a debt. Here is all the coin I have, as Anso promised. Should you find yourself in need of assistance, I would gladly render it.
Your old master must want something more than just a runaway slave.
He doesn't want me at all, just the markings on my skin. They are lyrium, burned into my flesh to provide the power that Denarius required of his pet. And now, he wishes his precious investment returned, even if he must rip it from my corpse.
I don't see that going very well for you.
Neither do I. The truth is, I know nothing of the ritual that placed these markings on me. It was Denarius's choice, one he now regrets.
I've seen some of your abilities. Do they come from those markings?
Some. All I know is that even in the Imperium, warriors such as myself are rare. Perhaps they believe I should feel honored.
Do you think your master will keep chasing you?
He is too proud not to. Perhaps one day the hunt will cost him more than he is willing to pay, but I doubt that matters any longer.
Are you going to have a problem with my companions?
I will watch them carefully if we travel together. I can promise no more.
I'm planning an expedition I might need help with.
Fair enough. Should you ever have need of me, I will be here. If Denarius wishes his mansion back, he is free to return and claim it. Beyond that, I am at your disposal.
Not too shabby. And we save because we have a recruit. Oh look, Armin's Pretender. And if there's one thing I like, it's stuff. Neat.
Out of range!
Out of range, never mind. That's an extra 600 whatchamacallits. I'll take that. He could have done the most damage, so we had to get rid of him. He's dead now. So ends the Guardsman's Pretenders. They gone. Cool, so that takes care of all of our quests here. Which is good. Need to go to the Hangman. Talk to Isabella. And pick up another quest.
Maker. I think he's ignoring me now. Hey! Is my coin not good enough for you? Oh, Hawk. Thanks for helping me with that little problem I had. You going to buy me a drink to celebrate our victory?
You drink the swill here.
It's an acquired taste. Oh, before I forget, are you still looking for work? Because I have a friend who needs some help.
Is this a friend or a friend?
I never let him steer my ship, if that's what you're asking. From what I hear, he doesn't have good control of his rudder. His name's Martin. He has a room right here in the Hanged Man. Tell him I sent you. Now, you going to leave me to my drinking or what?
You've been nursing that empty mug for hours.
The Ferelden, eh? The Fenrir said you might help me. Some raider captains are having secret meetings at night in Lowtown. The job's simple. Break up the meeting and kill every one of the bastards.
That's not much to go on.
It's enough to do the job.
Just tell me where they are.
All the details are in this letter. If you manage to eavesdrop on the meeting before you kill them, there'll be extra in it for you. I'll be here.
Stay off with you.
Secret rendezvous, secret rendezvous.
I lost 2 of my men for damned wheat.
If it flies Amaranthine colors, you sink her.
Careful, lick spittle. My men and I aren't accustomed to taking orders.
The Viscount's pardon comes with strings. If Amaranthine is left unchecked, they will rule the waking sea.
Piss on that. What do I care?
A dozen war galleys hunting your kind to extinction says you'll care.
Sir, someone's nearby.
Cool. So we're able to we have to get new weapons. Doing the work.
Someone powerful in Kirkwall wants the raiders to attack Amaranthine ships.
As I suspected. You've earned a bonus. You've done Ferelden and Amaranthine a great service.
You know that guy Marlowe at the bar downstairs? Don't make eye contact whatever you do.
Have you ever been out in the open ocean in a storm? It's the best feeling in the world.
Alright. I need to head to Uncle Gamlen's house, pick up Isabella's stuff, Fenris's stuff, and upgrades for me. Yes. And that thing. Clearly. What do we have here?
There you are. I don't let anyone who cross me get this big in this town. On him, lads. Now we fight!
So, we have to deal with our past coming back to bite us in the butt. Or at least trying to. We're clearly far better fighters than these guys. We just wiped off their whole gang. And this will take care of them for good. Alright. I have to look for Isabella's upgrades in her outfit. Oh. Here are those other guys. Yeah. I was wondering where that other 103 experience points was coming from. Now I know. Make sure he's not lootable. Okay. Alright. We got it. Cool. The 103 experience points could be important later.
Your mother's busy right.
Are you searching for buried treasure, or just trying to tunnel out of this hovel? Good luck with that.
I hope Mother convinces the Viscount to give us the estate.
Is this dwarven venture truly the only way? hate to think of you going willingly into the Darkspawn's grasp.
Your mother's busy writing to the Viscount. If you want more touching family stories, go to her.
Loose ends. Hawk, I know we didn't part on the best terms. You were right. I was trying to squeeze more work out of you than was justified. You've more than paid your way into the city. It's been tight since you left, though. If you're looking for more work, for real coin in your pocket, come see me in Hightown anytime before sunset. Ethanol. So let's go look in here. Let's see. Two-handed, two-handed. Dog of War, huh? Freedom's Promise. Dog of War. Okay. Level 17, not quite there yet. 15, 6. Alright, shoes, 9, 7. Six. Seven. Six. Fenris Isabella. Anders. Fenris Isabella. Anders. Alright. So we need to put all of these guys together here. Just right here. Just so we can equip everybody. Get everyone situated. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. And you. Dogs of War. Cool. Actually, let's run around with these guys for a bit. Just in Hightown so I can try and get their equipment leveled up. I have enough to do that. So we'll start here and work our way around.
I keep thinking I know you from somewhere.
You're Ferelden, right? Ever spend time at the Pearl?
That's it. You used to really like that girl with the griffin tattoos, right? What was her name?
Lay Warden?
That's right. I think you were there the night I...
Oh, were you the Broadway mage who could do that electricity thing? That was...
Cool. There we go.
Stop talking now.
Okay, nothing. Nothing. Yet. No. Ay, ay, ay.
I should have stayed home.
You again. What do you want?
Is there a way I can assist these people?
If you've coin to spare, we won't turn it down. Donations go in the box up front. Anything else?
I just want to see your wares.
Look around. We don't...
I guess there's a way to do this without having to look up everything. This is tough. Man, this is... finding their crap is not going to be easy. Okay, I found a place. I found the thing. I bookmarked it. Beth Carver. So, Fenris is Act 2. Isabella's Act 2. Meryl's Act 2, Sebastian's Act 2, Varric's Act 1. But we already got it. Okay, well actually that makes it a lot easier. Because there's a lot. But we pretty much don't have to worry about, once we buy stuff, we don't have to worry about it till Act 2, which is good. Then it's very specific quests, which is important to know. So just go around looking for crap.
I enjoy a man with markings like that.
You've enjoyed...
I should have stayed in the alienage.
Let's see here. I don't see anything worth... anything, really. Okay. This is not my party, by the way. I would not take Anders and Fenris with me. We're just looking for their stuff.
Sometimes I think you have the right idea.
Handcuffs, whipped cream, always be on top.
I never used to give two bits what anyone thought of me. Justice once asked me why I didn't do more for other mages. I told him it was too much work, but I couldn't go back after that. Stop thinking about it. Sometimes I miss being that selfish.
Huh? Were you talking? I was... Whipped cream.
Don't guess.
Again? Buy armor to me.
I'll talk to you in a second. Let's see. What does Bowden have? Oh, okay. Well, that's the only... We have all the guard. We have all the armor we can take. That's fine. So let's exit. Where's the heck, man? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I do apologize. I was taking a phone call. We've been streaming now for about 2.5 hours. We've picked up a couple characters. I need to swap my team out here so we can continue our questing. Let's see. Gather my party. We want you, we want you. We want you, we want you. Accepted. Thing is with Bethany though, she's just not gonna last 2/3 of the game. She's not gonna be around. I'm gonna go talk to this person we have.
Is Anders there? Can I speak to Anders?
You can stop yelling. It's always me.
Oh, good. I didn't want to talk to that other guy. You know, the stick in the mud.
He can still hear you. Justice and I are one. Anyway, you wanted to talk to me?
Not really. I just wanted to make sure it was you.
Hey, who are you?
My, you're jumpy. Look at you, cowering in a corner. What happened to the fearless, dashing raider I used to know?
I'm not a raider anymore, Isabella. I'm just an honest merchant now.
Please, Martin. You wouldn't know honest if I tied you up and spanked you with it.
You tie him up, I'll go find some honesty.
Very funny, Isabella. You said you could find me help. This is the best you could do, eh?
Yes, why don't we insult the people coming to help? That will work out wonderfully.
You want the help or not?
Yes, I want help. I need someone to help me find out where the raiders have hidden my stolen cargo. This job's as easy as a peg-legged tavern wench. And there's good coin in it to boot.
What did the raiders do to you?
They closed in on my ship and forced her into the cliffs. My crew and I barely made it out alive. They must have salvaged the cargo when it washed ashore.
Are the raiders a big problem around here?
They've got some big plan for Kirkwall, or so I've heard. If they're not a problem now, they will be soon.
It's your cargo. You look for it.
Those raiders are still looking for me. I'm not going to draw their attention.
You used to be a raider. What happened?
Yes, I was a raider. Back then it was just smuggling and petty thievery. It's changed since that madman Ianto took power around here. Extortion, murder, kidnapping. He does it all. It's just not to my taste. I tried to get out, but he didn't like that. This scar on my neck, he gave it to me. Slit my throat and threw me overboard. I tried to start a new life away from this bullshit. And he has his men chase me down and steal my cargo.
And you're perfectly innocent of wrongdoing, aren't you?
It's your cargo. You look for it.
Those raiders are still looking for me. I'm not going to draw their attention.
You used to be a raider. What happened?
Yes, I was a raider. Back then it was just smuggling. It's changed. It's just not to my taste.
And you're perfect.
I'll take care of it.
You'll need to look around the docks. The crate...
You're assuming I know what an Orlesian Port Authority seal looks like.
It's fancy. Just like everything Orlesian. I've had it with the Raiders. And this cargo is the key to me getting on the straight and narrow. You're doing me a huge favor here, friend. Thank you. And be careful.
Alright, well that's interesting. Beric, you have anything to say? No? Okay. Move along.
You heard about that hero of Ferelden?
Yes.
Okay. Game froze. So we're gonna have to reload. after being kicked out of the game because it froze on us. Frozenness, 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 frozenness. So we reload. And we deal with it. I believe that's the first time in the 2 games of Dragon Age that we've had a freeze happen. So, there you go.
You have pretty eyes.
I have pretty eyes.
You elves have such pretty eyes. Even the men. It makes me want to pluck them out and wear them as a necklace.
I wouldn't suggest trying.
Oh, I would never try. Not without...
And we've heard this conversation, so I'm just gonna go and play the skip game.
This job's as easy as a peg-legged tavern. They must have salvaged the cargo when it washed ashore. They've got some big plan for Kirkwood. Those raiders are still looking for me. I'm not going to draw their attention.
And you're perfect.
Why would the... How should I know why they want it? You'll need to look around the docks.
Alright. So we're back to where we were. To Hightown, if it lets me. Hooray, it let me.
Did I hear correctly? You are an abomination.
Why don't you shout? I don't think everyone heard you.
I forgot to change my team. I'm not back to where I was. Alright, now I'm back to where I was.
I shit you not, Ravani. It was this big.
There's no way. Impossible. I've had hundreds of those in my hands, and they're never that size.
Would I lie about something so critical?
I can't stand it anymore. What are you two talking about?
We're discussing knives, of course. Well, daggers, technically. I never remember the difference. Why? What did you think we were talking about?
Have you seen my wife, Ninette? What do you mean you can't help me?
This is a domestic matter, Sirah. If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Ninette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
You should pay someone else. Like me. I like being paid.
If you can find Ninette, I will gladly pay you. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
She's your wife, not a dog.
At least a dog could be trained. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if Well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
Do you think Ninette might be in trouble?
It's their own doing. Gallivanting about with men half her age. She's just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her.
Ninette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it, they would ruin me otherwise.
I can't imagine why she'd leave you. You're such a prize.
It wasn't always like this. We were in love. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes, I wonder if I dreamed those years.
How long has your wife been gone?
About a month. I wasn't worried at first. She's run off before. Ninette is uncontrollable, you see. She comes and goes as she pleases.
Why would her family think you did something to her?
They think I married her for her inheritance, and they know we have been fighting. They believe this is reason enough for me to hurt her, but I swear, on Andraste's pyre, I have done nothing.
I'll try my best to find Ninette and bring her home.
You should talk to Jethan at the Blooming Rose. I didn't know she visited whores until Jethan sent a letter to our house. He even sent her flowers once. Lilies. Her favorite. No, talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
Hey, Franz.
I love how just accepting a quest pisses off companions in this game. It's like, what the heck? Why? All I did was accept a quest.
Please, can you help me? My brother.
Don't worry. Helping people and killing people are what I'm best at.
I hope there will be no call to kill anyone, Sarah. Karen was always so devout, so idealistic. He was so proud when the Templars accepted him. I pleaded with him not to join the Order, but he wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars and Knight Commander Meredith. And now my brother is gone.
What do people say about Knight Commander Meredith?
Oh, she has many admirers. They laud the service she does in keeping the mages in check. But others say she is terribly fierce and utterly without pity, that she sees demons everywhere. It is dangerous even to whisper such things.
What have you heard about the Templars?
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage, and she says he was made tranquil against his will. You hear more with every passing day.
So, you think the Templars, what? Killed and ate your brother?
Maker forbid. I don't know what happened. He just stopped writing me. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
Your brother may indeed be in trouble. What can I do for you?
Perchance, in your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karen's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. Maker bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
Okay, I'm going to take a small break. I will be right back in 5 or 10 minutes. all situated there. And I did. Yay me. I don't think I want to talk to them. I want to talk to you for sure.
Huh. Well, I just lost a sovereign. Didn't think you'd stoop to our kind again. Or are you not too proud to make some coin?
Pride usually hasn't been my downfall.
Since you stormed off, we don't have anyone who can quite work your magic. If you know what I mean. I sent some men to fence a bit of cargo down at the docks. Haven't seen them since. I'd pay good silver for the safe return of them, or the goods.
Is this anyone I know?
When you left, we had to take on New Ferelden. Volunteers. Lad named Price was leading them. No one of your caliber.
Where were they last seen?
They were supposed to meet down by the docks, under cover of darkness. I know you're familiar with the concept.
Want to tell me what you were selling?
We were trying to make a deal with the Carta. Those Orzammar dwarves. They like luxury items. Fine fabrics, a cask of caviar, an aged wine. Anything one can liberate from a Hightown merchant.
Consider it a deal.
Good. Go to the docks tonight. My boy Price was supposed to meet our buyers from the Carta there. Maybe you can find out what happened.
The merchandise is up front. Quintus, can't I have just one drink?
Welcome to the blue. Madam says no.
You know, Ravana, you promised me you'd tell me how you're shipwrecked.
I was drunk. I thought the reefs around the Wounded Coast were made of candy.
Oh, come on.
And a demon told me to do it. It bet me 60 sovereigns and a bottle of port. You're not the only one here who can bullshit, you know?
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you. What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
Oh, I like him. He reminds me of someone.
I can see why Nanette liked you. You're feisty.
A refreshing change from the pale slug I married. I hear she finally left her worthless husband. Good for her. I just wish she'd said goodbye.
Did she tell you she left her husband?
No, I just hope that's what she did. Ghislaine only wants her for her family's wealth. Ninette's a jewel. Elegant, worldly, just the perfect level of depraved. Ghislaine doesn't deserve her.
Do you think Ninette has come to harm?
I hope not. Everyone loves Ninette. Sometimes twice a night. Ghislaine's the only one who might hurt her, and he doesn't have the balls for it.
Ghislaine knew about you and Ninette. Did he talk to you?
The man is incapable of talking. He came here, yelled at me, called me a dirty knife-ear, among other things, and accused me of corrupting his wife. We had him thrown out.
Were you hoping Ninette would leave Ghislaine for you?
Of course not. I know my place. I offer a service, that's all. Anyway, there was someone else looking for Ninette. A Templar. I believe his name was Emmerich. He wouldn't sleep with me either. I can't see why a Templar would be interested in anyone who isn't a mage.
Any chance Ninette's an apostate?
Well, she certainly cast a spell on me. Anyway, if Nanette was a mage, I think Emmerich would have said so.
Someone else Nanette spent special alone time with, perhaps?
She always liked men in uniform. You could ask him yourself. Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Nanette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
Carl was a good...
Back again? Sure you're not interested in my many, many services?
I was just passing through.
Have it your way.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life. Thank you. We shall mosey along once I pick up this book. Book picked up. Our knowledge is increased.
Thank you. I thought them coterie men had me for sure. I guess the whole thing was a trap. There were no dwarves when I went to make the trade, just coterie waiting to kill us. They got the rest of the boys. I ran. I was hoping they wouldn't find me here, but they did.
Is that Athenril's rival criminal guild or something?
More like she's their rival. A small one at that. What I hear is the coterie controls most crime in Kirkwall, and they don't like competition.
So will you be running home to tell Mama crime doesn't pay?
My mama was ripped in two by one of them big horned darkspawn. It's just me and my sisters now. Working for Athenril's the only way to feed the girls.
Why not take what Athenril gave you, and start fresh somewhere outside of Kirkwall?
What do you mean?
There's always work to be found on farms for a healthy young man.
My father was a farmer, before the Darkspawn got him. I'd rather do that than work for Athenril. I'll get my sisters. Please, make sure she doesn't come after us.
So we'll head back to Athenril and tell her what we Well, we did, sort of. Not really.
Well, are you here to socialize, or did you bring my goods?
I made a charitable contribution to immigrant welfare.
You what? You gave my goods away to that pockmarked brat? You soft-hearted Ferelden bastard. I should have known better than to trust any of you. Don't even think about working with me again.
I was just curious what would happen. Varric actually did not like that. And I think it's because she finds out what happens and, you know, goes after the kid.
Well, are you here to socialize, or did you bring my goods?
I rescued your boy and killed the coterie, but your property was long gone.
Coterie. I should have figured. They've got a lock on all trade with the dwarves. If I'd had someone decent on the job, they'd have dug into it first, not walked in blindly. Well, no cargo, no coin. If you're ever looking for more work, I keep my books right here. Feel free to sign yourself up.
There we go.
Good job, Hawk.
And I think because we're getting into some bigger quests, this is where I'm going to call it, so you'll have a good one. I've been going for almost 3.5 hours, so I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later. So long, everybody.